rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chaotic Conversations for another lit episode here with the family. And also, we have another special guest today, one of my friends. I can't even really call him a friend. He's more so a brother than me. Izell Ellis, you know what I'm saying? A man that, I really do respect. He took a road that most people they're scared to take. You know what I'm saying? He went and became an entrepreneur and chased after his own dreams and goals. And he didn't let his job, he wasn't a slave to his job pretty much. So, yeah, Izell, go ahead, talk about like some of your upbringings and how like that impacted your decision to, go after the things that you went after.
All right. Y'all can hear me good?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, I just want to give it back to y'all. Y'all dope, bro. Like if I could sum it up in like so many words, like I'm gonna keep it in one. Y'all dope, bro. Like every meaning of the word, y'all dope. Not only for like this podcast, but just for giving people the platform to express themselves, fully put, whether it be their view of themselves, the view of the world, whatever the view is, y'all dope for that, man. So I just want to give it back to y'all. I see y'all doing like some major things. Like I was telling Juice last night, I see this going to a level that y'all probably can't even see right now if you continue on. Like you interviewing people that's in America right now. What's going to happen when you get to interviewing people that's in Poland, people that's in the UK? We know about the struggle and the ghetto of, let's just say, Chicago, Inglewood. But what about the hood that's in London? You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep y'all eyes like towards it, man. Like y'all dope for that. So I just want to give it back to y'all. But my name is Izell Ellis. Juice, thank you for inviting me onto the show, bro. I'm just so we can jump right into it. Let me just start off with saying I'm nobody special. I'm just a person that just simply took advantage of something that I saw. Growing up, like I grew up in Chicago. We Shy City. I grew up, born and raised in Inglewood, 64th and Laughlin. Went to school, got trapped in that CPS program. If y'all know anything about that, shout out CPS. Man, got enslaved in that program. Damn. Boy, they said if you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere. Shoot. X. You feel me? I'm talking about CPS, Chicago Public Schools, but it's really Chicago's prison system.
I'll sing it for one.
Yeah, definitely a baby of that. But like just to keep it like straight up with y'all, man, like being born, like I guess you can say like in the struggle, like I didn't too much like grow up like superbly struggle. Like I had both of my parents in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I had my mom and my dad, but we definitely was struggling. We definitely was penny pitching. Them food stamps was definitely looking real good. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad told my mama, like, stay at home. I go work a job. When I was born, my dad was like in between jobs. He was a young guy trying to make it happen, for his family. Definitely pay homage to Pops. But like seeing all of that, y'all, just condense it all, like seeing all of that, what my father went through, what my mother went through, and like the transitions in life, it kind of just made me, and I'm gonna say it like, this might even be my word for the night. It made me a transitional individual. Like I could never stay in one place at once. I can never like just, I guess you can say like the whole idea, that they talk about in regular society, the 40 years, what I'm saying, that you work a job. I couldn't really get into that because my mind was already conditioned to transition in everything that I was doing. Like whether it was sports, whether it was, like growing up, like whether it was even moving, like we moved like 3 or 4 times when I was young, you know what I'm saying? So we never really had, like, I guess you can say that mindset of this is where we're stably gonna stay. I think where my parents are right now is like the most stable they've ever been, probably because the responsibility of all the kids is like over, you know what I'm saying? So that if we could point to it, that's where my motivation really started, like seeing the struggle, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, it's like, I know how difficult it can be when you're trying to actually start something and you actually looking for the support of others, and sometimes from the most important people that's close to you, and you don't get it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So like when you first was starting out and you was like, you know, this is what I'm about to do and this is the road that I'm gonna take, like how important is it to have support from your friends and family? And like when you didn't get that support, how did you process that?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all finna make me get real. How important it is to have support from friends and family. Let's keep it a buck. When you're starting, you really do think that that's what you need. It's really important when you start, because at the end of the day, that's the only people you got. You know, like we grow up conditioned, like those are the people that like you, right? So you want the support of your friends and family. But I'm gonna be real with you. I'm finna bust a lot of people's visions. You're not gonna get it the way you think. Friends and family support comes later. If I can like save y'all from a like long stretch of like heartbreak and hurt and, you know, like destruction.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Support from friends and family comes later. It doesn't come at front. Your family and your friends, and it's so crazy, bro. I swear, I promise y'all, I'm not gonna try to get biblical on y'all, God. But that's where my principles come from. Like, you have to show people, and people that you gotta show is the people that's closest to you. You have to create the belief in them first. And then once you create the belief in them, then they'll come. But guess what? The belief that you create with them is gonna be from strangers. Your biggest support is gonna come from people you never knew growing up. And that's real talk. If you've ever been out there in that deep water, and all of y'all probably know what I mean, in whatever field of life you're in, your biggest support can come from people that you did not have growing up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Keep preaching. Please keep preaching.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. That's
funny.
real talk.
That's crazy. I did see a quote that said something along the lines of that, like, people will only remember the last version of you or something, right? Like, because there's the baby of the family, right? So you'll be known as that, as like the young sibling, and then later on have to try to like earn respect because people know you as the baby. You know what I mean? So I agree with that. You do got to build a foundation to show proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, support, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you in anything that's worth having, like if you believe in it, don't look for support. Don't. You like, it's sad, but it's the truth. You gotta dog your way out of it. Like, you gotta go at it. Support is gonna come when it's needed. You feel what I'm saying? You don't put an ankle brace on your ankle until it hurts, until it's broken. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you look at support. Support is like a sprint. It's like a splint. It's like a brace. It's like something that's gonna hold you together. You feel me? But it's not necessary until you're injured, right or wrong. So
Right.
yeah, when you fresh and you out there running, you stretching them legs. But let's be transparent. Failure is inevitable. So eventually support will be essential. But I don't ever think you should look for it from people that may have, you know, shit. Like, do we really know what friends are these days? Like,
Man,
do we?
hey, that's one thing I'm learning as you get older.
That's my homie right there. That's my friend right there. I mean, that's my girl right there. Bro, when people don't have themselves figured out, they'll connect to anybody. And the reasons that they connect to people is, I want to be like him. Or shit, whatever reason. It's not mature. It's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, support is definitely not going to come from your inner circle when you're starting out at anything. No. So as far as the importance of it, I'm going to be real. People may disagree. It's not important to have your family and friends support in the beginning. That's later.
Yeah. And just like you said, to touch back on it too, like you said, support is only there when you need it. So I mean, when it's as need. So when you do get that level of support, and then once you get it and they be praising you for it, you just look back at it like, man, you know what? You don't really care for it at a certain point. Like in certain aspects, you just don't care for it.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely gotta have that big brother like attitude, that big brother mindset. Because I'm gonna be truthful with you, bro. Like, when you're doing something that is like life-changing, it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be naysaying in the beginning. There'll be a lot of people that don't believe you in the beginning. that are not believers into what you're trying to do. But what you don't understand is those people who doubt, those people who don't encourage you, those people who don't support you in the beginning from jump, you're their way out. If you don't do it, they're not. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to learn in life. How to play that game, like where you got like the little monkeys, and it's like they all got hooks on there. You would dip one monkey down, and then you got to use the other monkey to dip the other one, then use the other one. But as you keep grabbing monkeys, the rope gets longer and longer. Bro, that is how this life works, bro. What you do, it's going to impact somebody else. I see a lot of niggas like waiting on that support. I'm so glad you brought that up, Juice. I see a lot of people waiting on support. If you wait on support, my nigga, somebody somewhere that's waiting for you to become great, they're lacking. They're lacking. And it's your fault because you won't go out there and do it because you wait on somebody to give you you're doing a good job. No. This grown man, grown woman conversation, right?
Facts.
Real, right?
Facts.
Waiting on support is kind of like waiting on the CTA bus at 12 midnight. It ain't coming.
Right. Hey, no, that's definitely facts right there.
Hey, that's facts, bro.
So like what in your journey,
right?
And you start to see success in the things that you're doing in your everyday life, right?
Right.
When you hit those low moments, those moments of darkness that you come upon, you know what I'm saying? What is your reason why to keep pushing through, to do what you do? What was your why to keep you pushing as an entrepreneur when you probably had a lot of people in your ear about, you choosing to do this, you choosing to do that, you not working, it's not working for you right now. How you making your money is, a lot of negativity comes with when you take a route that's unconventional from everybody else. So like, what was your reason why to keep you pushing through?
That question was loaded, Jamal. That question was definitely loaded. Damn, bro, like, for me, honestly, truthfully, so y'all can understand, I've been an entrepreneur for like the past 8 years. That's like legitimate entrepreneur, blessings be to God, kept me out of prison. Legitimate entrepreneur for like the past 8 years. And I'm gonna be real with you. When I first got involved with it, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was gonna say. I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know nothing about relationships and harboring them. I didn't know that was the most important thing under God was a relationship. I had no idea. But what kept me going, bro, and God is so good because I believe that he let me see certain things that I wasn't supposed to. Like, let's just say a bill that needed to be paid in my house, forfeiture letter that was coming to my house, I'm getting personal, bro, y'all don't know nothing about research mortgage bubbles. A mortgage bubble that came to my crib. Like, dude, all of these little things, and it's so funny, God is so funny. All of these little things I saw was revealed to me in moments where I wanted to quit. So what I just gave y'all as far as like, while we're waiting for support, somebody's waiting. In my business that I'm a part of, we follow a code. It's called SW, which means some will, some won't, some wait. So what? Somewhere someone's waiting. And at the end of the day, in anything that I do now, my motivation is if I don't do it, I'm failing somebody. I don't know when my son is coming, right? Like, I haven't conceived him yet, right? But I do know when I was in my mother's belly, right, for 9 months, I wonder what type of thoughts was my dad's thinking. Think about it. What type of thoughts was your parents thinking when you were coming? Were they thinking, I need to put my baby's college fund aside? Were they thinking, he gonna have my face, my nose, my eyes, my ears? Come on, let's be real. Like, most parents talk about that during that process, right? But who's really thinking about the struggles that come along, right, with new life, the struggles that come along with maintaining the new life, the struggles that come along with stability and maintaining stability. Nobody's really thinking about that. But in my life now, where I'm at now, bro, I swear, bro, I'm like a person, but I got so many strings tied to me. I have to constantly be on the go, on the move. If I take a day off, bro, I may miss somebody that was waiting for me. Waiting for me where? My mom said, hey, go to Walmart, grab this and that for me. All right, mom, I'm gonna be over there in a minute. I get the money, woo, woo. Go get it from Walmart. But if I take a day off, if I decide I'm not gonna do anything today, I might miss that person in Walmart who's looking for an opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the way your life is set, the way it's fixed, there are things in your road that you're gonna do, that you're meant to do, people you're meant to meet. Mark, I know you know this for a fact, hands that you're meant to shake. And if you decide not to go hard one particular day, you may miss that opportunity. It may offset.
Of course. I absolutely agree with you 100%.
Man,
like
so
everything happens for a reason.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's it. That's my motivation. Like, I can't take a day off because me taking a break might ruin somebody else's opportunity.
That's real. That's real.
Yes, sir.
I like that. So I peeped your shirt. It says Believer. Is that your brand, or do you want to shout out a brand really quick before I get on
So I definitely want to shout out Geeks for God LLC. That is it is a trademark and it is a business. Her name is Dina Hatter. She's dope. Like, I'm telling y'all, whatever type of motivation like that y'all want to like put like for yourself, like follow this lady. Like, she's number one, she's taking ideas. Like, check her out on Geeks for God LLC. Like, this shirt says Believer. And like all of her shirts are about motivation, not just motivation, but purpose. Like, you're a believer, right? But on the back of the shirt, it has some shirt, it has what you believe in, it has what you're saying. You know the terms we use, right? Like it's a go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain lingo and terms that we use, she connects it like to a biblical context. And I love it. It's like a Christian clothing brand, like she called. So y'all definitely follow her. Like, shout out to D.
You know, it's a crazy story that you said that, though, because I've seen her clothing and I've actually purchased a couple pieces from it. And honestly, the material was like really nice as well, because it's like a free flowing. I actually ordered one of the shirts, and I actually had designed it. So on my Instagram page too, guys, if you guys check it out. It was one of the shirts that I wore for G Herbo's concert, and I got a lot of compliments on it just because of the color tones, how well it fit, how the actual texture of the shirt, the clothing, like it was fire as heck. Like, it was definitely lit. And at the same time, it had a positive movement. So with that type of brand, I stand behind it. I'm glad you shouted that out. It's a really small world because that brand is fire.
Yes, sir. Big things coming up in 2022. Y'all look out. Like, God is definitely a platform that I'm definitely like partnered up with. I mean, if you got space, like, I'm jumping down. You know? But yeah, she going crazy. She's going crazy. So yeah. But you could hold on. I don't want to butcher her name. Help me out, Mark. What's her name? She asked about the shirt. What's her name?
Help me. Oh, my clothes. Rain. The GOAT.
Rain. Like I said, like, for real. You got the name. I just said it. It's cool.
Yeah. Just
Clear.
because, you know, of what you were talking about. So I was gonna say, you know, are you like a believer in like time? You know what I mean? Because you were talking about how you believe that things happen for a reason. Which, you know, for me too. Like, I don't know. I feel like things happen, right? Like, me and Jamal, the way that we met through our life coach.
Uh-huh.
Like, and later on, you know, we started following each other on social media and stuff, right? And then he had introduced me and said, like, hey, do you want to come on the podcast? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then after that, just other things in life started happening. It's crazy because when you do put in the work and stuff, like, you just see things just start coming your way. You know, you meet people that you're supposed to meet. And like, even then too, like you said, offering them opportunities. Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It all be It all begins there. They are like real. It all begins with belief. I swear. Like, it all begins with that. You're not gonna accomplish vision anything unless you believe it. Like, you're not gonna do it. If you don't believe, you're not even gonna take the steps to make it a reality. It begins here. It begins with that. And it's a new, fresh belief every single day of something else. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a upgrade to your business, whether it be, like I said, most important thing, whether it be a relationship difference, like, you have to believe that that thing is possible. A lot of things that we don't do in this life that we want to is a direct result of what we said isn't possible. Like, if we be like, nah, it doesn't happen because I say it, and you don't believe it. So it's a response. Like, your mouth is a powerful thing. And I swear, Juice know this for a fact. Everything that I said I was gonna do, everything I said I was gonna do, I'm walking it. I'm doing it. Like, right now, I'm doing it. I thank God for it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's his favor at the end of the day. But yes, I believed it first. I believed it. I touched it.
Facts, man. That's facts, man. I remember that we used to have like talks about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like late at night, talking about things like that, man. And it's just powerful. It's great to see that, you know what I'm saying, somebody that I know that actually just like did it. It's so many people that talk about doing stuff, but they never do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll talk about how they want to start this and start this and start that. And 3 years pass and they like, oh yeah, I'm still trying to work on that, work some things out. It's like, bro, just I feel like people try to make things like so perfect before you actually start doing something. It's like, it ain't gotta be perfect. It could be like wacky at first, but just start it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm glad that you did, you know. Another question I wanted to ask you is like, as you got farther along in your career and you talked about believing and you talked about relationships, like what starts to hold more value to you, like accolades or relationships, like things that you accomplished or your relationships?
I wouldn't have accomplished any of my accolades without a relationship. So the value is the relationship. The accolades are a byproduct of the relationships. You know how they say, show me your five closest friends, then I'll show you your future. That's a saying. It's a real thing. So your relationships, if I could just touch on this for a second. Relationships, bro, are the gate. Relationships is like a gate, right? You don't get millions without relationships. Know that. You don't get it. You don't get notoriety without relationships. You don't get fame without relationships. You don't get resource without relationships. It does not happen. Relationships is one of the most powerful things under God, relationships, because the way like we connect to them, engulfing them, I swear on everything I love, I'm not gonna be no day doctor for relationships, dude. Like, yeah. So to answer your question, relationships over the accolades, because the relationships that I established help me see me. They say iron sharpens iron. That's a true thing. But the right relationship will help you see yourself. A relationship, a good one, it's like a mirror. It's like can you imagine? Like a person holding a mirror, like, you see yourself? Your necktie, it hangs too low. Your jacket, it's too up. Like, the good relationships are all about sharpening. All about sharpening. Good relationships. Father, great relationship. He's lived your life before. Maybe not you, but lived in this society before. So the steps that you take as a growing man, right? Your father sees that, no, son, change that. That's different. Can't do that. It's the power of a relationship. You know, the problem is we don't know how to trust outside of our four walls.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
We do that.
Yes.
We don't know how to do that. You can't tell me that. Bro, I'm gonna tell you some real stuff. God forgive me, I was finna curse. I'm gonna tell you some real stuff right now. You better take your feelings, Your emotional steering wheel, you better take it and throw it out the window when you on this road to progression, because they don't matter. If somebody can't tell you about you, you're not ready for the next level at all. You get what I'm saying? When God wants to elevate you, I'm not trying to preach. When you're getting ready to be elevated, it comes in the form of a relationship. That relationship is meant to size you like a tailor. It's meant to size you. Make sure, okay, he got a bust. He got, okay, 17 neck. Okay. Relationships, the right ones, are like a good tailor. And if you don't treat them right, imagine walking out of the man's warehouse. You wear a size, ooh, I'm finna hurt some women. You wear a size 18 in the neck, but you're measured at a 16 in the neck. The tailor got you wearing a 6. You gonna walk out of there smothered. Word to you niggas that be harboring these women that don't deserve it. Feel choked because you got the wrong type of relationship. And it's saying, oh, hold on. Word to you females. Like, come on. You go in there, right? You go in there. And you got a person right there that's trying to fit your face, give you the right frame type of glasses. And he get, your vision is a what? Let's just say, 20/20 is good, right? You got a 15, 16. But this man got you some goggles. He got you some goggles that's like a 12, 13. No wonder you can't see things clear. No wonder you're confused, you manipulated, because you let a relationship that ain't for you get inside of you. And it tricked you. It made you see things totally different. Tell you, a good relationship is like a good tailor. A good relationship like a good doctor. A good relationship is like a good coach. Like relationships, bro, pivotal. They can line you up in life. But I'm telling you right now, all of y'all, before you elevate in anything, you have to release your feelings are good at home. You tell your mom and daddy, like, mama, that hurt me when you said that. Tell your brother, that hurt me when you said that. When you get out there in the real world, bro, and I ain't even talking about the real world as far as like, oh, the world's so big. No, when you get out there in that world where it's time for elevation, be ready to be corrected in the way that your mama wouldn't tell you. Feel me? That's the greatest advice I can give you when it comes to relationships.
Great. I agree 100% on that. I know I had problems with that in the past as far as trusting people, and then, you know what I'm saying, always taking stuff too personal. Like you said, once you just throw that out, leave it at home, everything just became different. You know what I'm saying? I was able to do things on another scale, shake the right couple of hands. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yes, sir. That's pivotal, man.
No, yeah, those definitely a lot of gems, bro, that you just dropped for even me, the other co-hosts, that, you know, the people that's watching, you know, you probably helped somebody today. I ain't lying.
Hey, it was some real stuff though. Then on top of that, one thing I respect though is you got the right mind frame for everything, like especially for your entrepreneurship. Like you said, you ain't got everything figured out, but you know, as soon as something comes, you gonna direct yourself to it to get to where it needs to be or get it corrected. A lot of people who go into this entrepreneurship, they don't think like that on a basis sometimes. And I feel like sometimes they let like a small thing, like you said earlier, like with the bills and stuff like that, that'll overwhelm them and that'll cause them to quit and go back to the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely shout out to you for having that strong mindset, because this ain't for the weak, especially if you on your own thing, trying to be your own boss.
It's definitely not, bro. It's not. You got to have a stomach for this. And I'm going to ask y'all all a question. I really want y'all to write it down. I promise you, if you ain't got a pen, get one. Or y'all going to record this, remember this. I want to ask you a question. With anything that you're facing in your life right now, right, that may be challenging and may be hard to, an opportunity that may approach you. You might have one in your hand right now. You might have one in a week from now. I want to ask y'all a very powerful question. I asked Juice this years ago. He probably don't even remember it. But the question is this: when progression comes and knocks at your door and say it's time, number one, it's not going to be gift wrapped in priority. It's not even going to look like it's progression. It's not going to look like. It's going to look, what? No, I would never do this. But here's the question. Are you ready to touch something, right? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, y'all, been fighting a cold. Are you ready to, what's the form that I've asked you this question? Because I want them to remember how I asked them. Here we go. I got it. Are you ready to see everything that you've built with your hands fall apart for something you've never touched? If the answer to that question is not yes, then you're nowhere near ready for the next level in anything. You got to be ready to see everything fall.
That's tough.
Absolutely agree.
That's tough.
super tough, bro. That's super tough.
Like that was. Are
That's
you willing
tough,
to
G.
watch everything you built fall? Gee, that's
everything. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, 9 years, and I don't say that I'm not trying to impress y'all. Like I told you from jump, I am nobody special, but I'm trying to impress upon you, like that real level. Like I'm not a millionaire at nowhere near, right? But it's a reason why they call it a millionaire, like millionaire, like the heir to a million, right? But the root word in there we know is air. Up there, the air is different. You breathe different. You talk different. You feel what I'm saying? Marcus shook hands with people like that are millionaires. Their touch is different. They walk with a different type of attitude. It's not like you. It's not like me. It's totally different. Their mindset. Like we watch The Matrix, right? And we see how Neo and all these people see all these green things. It's not that vivid, but that's how millionaires see. Like they see a whole different everything than what we see. You feel me? So with that, if we desire that, if we want to do that, this is my mindset. If I ever wanted to obtain that, then everything that I thought was so put together in my life, I had to let it fall. That meant girlfriends. Tough. That meant friendships. Tough. That meant, ooh, this finna hurt. Family members. Tough. If you see yourself over maintaining things to stay together, right? You over maintaining it to keep it. That's probably one of those things that need to fall. That's probably one of them boulders in the road. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't ready to see it fall, then you ain't ready to touch nothing new. It's just that simple. Juice, I don't even think that's a question. I'm sorry.
That actually gave me something to think about. I ain't gonna lie.
Really though. Can I touch up on that really quick?
Yeah,
Because you said something about how what is it? If you're not ready for the okay, so yeah, that part. But also the like holding on to things that probably aren't serving you anymore, basically. Mm-hmm. Like some people do that because it's familiar, it's comfortable.
Absolutely.
And we're so used to like being comfortable, you know what I mean? Because it's my zone. I'm comfortable here. I don't want to leave here. You know what I mean? I know exactly what to expect. There's no risk.
You know what that is?
What?
That is an artificial sense of control. Comfortability, the fact that you're so comfortable with it, you know what to expect. You know when it starts, what it's going to be like, and you know how it's going to end. Without the knowledge of how things are going to start and an end, you don't have control. You have to deal with expectation. And the end might hurt. But see, while you're comfortable in it, come on, let's have a real conversation, right? I'm not coming at no pun. My brother, right, he smokes, right? And he's quit, right? But during his quitting phase, he's like, bro, I have craziest withdrawals, right? The craziest withdrawals, right? It beat the fuck out of him. It beat him, like it beat him. But at the end of the day, this is my point, right? When it comes to comfortability and control. Oh, I swear to God, I was just talking about this to the love of my life. I was just telling them about it. We say we want to be comfortable. We say that we want joy. We say we want peace. We want happiness. We want all of these things. But let me tell you something. Joy in your life currently, happiness in your life currently, peace in your life currently, it may be very uncomfortable to you. Happiness ain't uncomfortable. Yes, it is. Because if your happiness is enwrapped in something that's not real happiness, then real happiness will scare you. Real peace will make you uncomfortable. Real joy will make you run because you're enwrapped in the idea of what you think it is. And here's the truth about joy, peace, happiness, love, all they don't belong to you. They're given to you. So with that, there's no way to say what it is and what it ain't. We have these artificial ideas of what we think it is. They're called vices. They're called outlets. You know what I'm saying? And we get so comfortable with them and we harbor them. This is where my peace is, this is where my happiness. But I'm gonna tell you something. Like I told you, if you're overcompensating for something, first of all, joy comes with no strings attached. Happiness comes with no strings attached. It's free. That means you don't have to give nothing back to it. You feel what I'm saying? Because it has everything already, right? So all of these things, like I'll just use it. I was in a very bad relationship and I was bad in it, but she was also bad in it. But I was overcompensating to get her to stay put. Something that a woman should already be built to do, stay put. I had to overcompensate for her to stay put. That didn't mean that, Izell, you're a bad guy. No, that means that she's a misplaced woman. You understand? So, true. I'm gonna give it to you. You may like where you at because it feels good, because it's comfortable, but I'll tell you a secret. There is an end to that, and it's gonna hurt. That's the truth. I'm only speaking from experience. There's an end to what feels good and it ain't good. Oh God. Oh God. I'm laughing. I know what I look like.
Man, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You speaking straight facts. That's why, man, bro. I can't be comfortable. I understand what a comfortable situation can be. Like you said, it's just a form of control. So you would never, especially if you're trying to achieve something and you want to get something done. If you have a comfortable mindset, you will never take yourself to the next level. Never,
Absolutely.
Never.
Yeah. Know that, bro. Know that every time you try to put up anything. It's sad, but it's the truth. It's the way God set it up, and it's so crazy, right? Why is gravity a thing? Why, in order for us to Juice want hops, right? He want to be able to slam. Why did he have to go against gravity? Why couldn't he just do it? It's because in this world, to go to the next level, there is resistance there. Resistance builds. It builds you. How could you tell anybody the roadmap to go if you've never? You know what I'm saying? If you've never experienced trauma or resistance, you feel me? When you go to the gym and you pump iron, right? That's resistance. It's burning. It hurts, but you get stronger though. You feel what I'm saying? You're able to lift and carry more mass. You feel me? More weight. So it has to work like that. That's the arithmetic of it all. Like when it comes to that comfortability, letting things go, it's gonna hurt. You feel me? But it's meant to, because it's gonna build you. It's gonna grow you. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, facts.
Well, while we talking about comfortable and uncomfortable situations, I wanted to talk about the Will Smith situation. And how do y'all feel about the way Will Smith, went about the criticism that his wife took last night from the joke? How do you feel that impacted everything?
Honestly, right, everybody coming down on him, I don't think he did nothing wrong. Honestly. Dude was talking crazy about his wife, and he went up there and corrected that. Like, I don't think he did nothing wrong, honestly. At the end of the day, certain things, ain't meant to be said. And, disrespect, bro, disrespect is disrespect at the end of the day. Like, especially not on national TV. Hell no.
I actually, I have a different feeling about it, honestly. I feel like, you said what?
I'm gonna answer last.
All right. I feel that, yes, he was supposed to protect his wife and, defend his wife. But at the same time, I feel like he could have handled that differently instead of.
The only thing I didn't like about it, I didn't like the way how he slapped him. That was kind of weird. But other than that,
it's like he didn't have to even have a physical altercation with him on live TV like that. To me, I felt like that was like very childish, and he let his emotions get the best of him in that moment. You got to look at who you are And your family, you know, that all goes to saying that you have to think about your actions before doing it. I don't think it was wrong that he went up there, but me, like if it was me, and I can only say this because I know myself and I know how I react in certain situations, I would have just went up there and I would have been like, hey, I don't appreciate what you said to my wife because of what she's going through and how it affects her emotions and our family and her depression. I'm gonna need you to please make a public apology about that joke that you just made. He could have did that. And I'm pretty sure Chris Rock would have been like, you know what? I'm sorry, Jada. And he could have walked off stage. He didn't have to lash out like a kid and hit the man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, but people got weaknesses. People have weaknesses, and certain things will trigger people. And they don't think about it in the brink of the moment.
Yeah.
I usually don't even like care about celebrity life, but when you had said too, like, oh, it's on national television. No, that's true. And these are real people, you know, they are. And I don't know. I wouldn't want to be embarrassed on national television, but I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like if I was made fun of, right, and my dude, like, I would want them to handle that. I don't know. I would.
What you gonna do, nigga? You gonna let him talk crazy to me or what?
Look, if I could have included y'all in something that I heard earlier, like, dude, I swear that was the most powerful thing I heard. I read, well, I didn't read it, but it was read to me. And I'm like, yo, like, I got mixed feelings, right? I had mixed feelings about it. But then when I read that, I said, bro, whoever you are, I pray that your husband get you a 50-carat ring for what you just said. Because the worded it is basically, she would have thought this out, like, yo, this is my husband's most important, not even important, this is probably the biggest moment of his entire life. The biggest moment of his entire life. There is no way I'm gonna let the slightest thing about me, that nigga August, or anybody, my hair, I wouldn't let anything get between that, because especially for the culture, come on, man. Will Smith should have got it for Pursuit of Happiness. You get me? He should have got it for Ali. But with that being in mind, how big this moment is, I'm not gonna let anything ruin it, even if it's somebody who is a comedian, joke about something that I might be sensitive to. However, on the other hand, that's on one hand. That's my view for Jada Pinkett and any woman out there that feels like Will Smith, right? His moment is ruined. If you paid attention to his speech after, he couldn't even find the words to sound like himself, because he was he humiliated himself by humiliating another man. Guarantee you, at the depth of his heart, he felt that. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody will ever know, but he felt that. Anyway, on the other hand, I'm sorry, I'm a little pressed about it. on the other hand, Chris Rock, you know, he is a comedian, and he joked about something that was sensitive. To piggyback off what you said, as a man, I'm sitting there and my wife is uncomfortable. That moment, I would have put my hand on her, like, you know who you are? Do you know who you are? That moment, I would have locked eyes. Oh, everybody, all that laughing stuff, do you know who you are? And in that moment, when she locked eyes with me, I ain't saying like I'm nobody special, like I said, but her king, it does not matter what did they call them back in the day? The minstrel, the guy who's funny. It don't matter what he's saying. Because guess what? You land by me tonight. And at the end of the day, if I felt it deep, like, oh, he offended my girl, backstage, hey, what's to you, bro? Like, hey, my wife going through something personal. It took everything in me not to come up there and do something to you. I feel like Will Smith embarrassed himself yesterday, 100%. You have too big of a name to do something like that. But I understand the pressures of what's going on with the whole August Alsina thing.
Yeah, it's a lot between those two. It's just a lot.
So, but to me, I'm gonna be real. It makes him look like a goofy to me, because it's like a control thing. Your wife got you like that, but you got to get up and prove your masculinity, like with striking another man. Like you gotta prove that for her pleasure. all right. I mean, whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying? If a nigga touched my woman, now that's different. It wouldn't have been a slap. We would have been getting it cracking on national TV. But a joke, and I know you're a comedian, I'm gonna catch you off the camera. I'm not doing that for the camera. It was a stunt to me. You publicly humiliated another man, which is cool. It's cool. Whatever floats your boat. Like, but me, I would have called him like, hey, yo, off cameras now. Let me hear one of them jokes.
Funny as shit.
Yeah, baby, you got your boo? Come on. Come on. What? And a straightforward Nelson. But yeah, he brought us back. Culturally, he brought us back like 15 years. Man, we was just starting to feel like we were somebody again. He turned the Oscars to the Source Awards. Man.
It's like Bad Boy and Death Row in the 90s.
That's with Death Row? What? Ain't got no Dr. Dre.
You funny as hell for that one. He said he turned the Oscars into the Source. Hell no.
He tweaked, man. But hey, I'm not God, man. At the end of the day, he could have been godly sorry when he went up there and did his speech. And if he is, he owes Chris Rock an apology. And I ain't talking about, oh, I'm gonna write you on Instagram. Nah, you need to put a live, and you need to put a speaker on him, Chris Rock. I would say, I'm sorry for striking you on national TV. I'm sorry for striking you, period. We better than that. I love you, man. Like, if you got up there and you talk about what God is pulling you, what God is doing, you want to be a vessel of love, all of that. How dare you? How dare you use violence, like strike another man, if you want to be this vessel? It's hypocrisy to its highest degree, bro. It's hypocritical to me. When God is calling you, but you striking somebody?
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Chris Rock, while Will was up there talking, I would have stuffed his ass right there in the middle of the street. I would have
Hey, shout out to Chris Rock, because he did that so professionally too. Because I know I would have did the same thing. He was like, wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me, and he just kept it moving. I'm like, hell nah, bro. Like, what?
He paid millions for that slap, though.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Bro, his ticket sales just went through the roof because of that. He not tripping at all.
Yeah.
You think hear that next joke about that?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
What? I'm finna go to a Chris Rock concert after that one.
Facts.
Facts. Yeah.
But yeah, man. To bring it all full circle, man, I definitely appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, coming on the show today and spreading your word and your knowledge and giving us your time. And you know, I hope to have you back on in the future, you know, just to do a checkup on everything that you got going on.
Yes, sir.
You got any last words that you would like to say to the public or to any of us?
Man, it's as hard as you make it. If you think it's hard, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, whatever relationship you're trying to maintain, if you love her, if you love him, tell him. You know what I'm saying? It's as hard as you make it. In any and everything that you do, it is as hard as you make it. It's not hard. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, it may be far-fetched to us because we haven't done it yet, but it's not hard to make $1 million. It's not hard to get to Paris. It's not hard to get a passport, as we were saying. Me and Terry got passports in one day. We got passports in one day. You feel what I'm saying? So with that, I'm gonna just leave y'all like with this. It's just a little simple notion. If you want to see it happen in any direction, I want you to do something today that you didn't do yesterday that will change your tomorrow. Live with that.
Okay, all right.
Right before we get off, though, let me give you a special shout out, because I remember, I think I put something, this was years ago, I believe, but this is when I first moved down here, and I said something about investing, and you instantly came into my inbox and you told me where to go to, you know what I'm saying, told me to use your name as a reference. But I was really in a bad position. Like, I had a lot going on at that time, but I just wanted to extend and say thank you again, because I know you didn't have to do that. I respect you, brother, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you, bro.
All love, man. Love to you and Juice, Mark, man. I love y'all dudes, for real.
Absolutely. Same.
It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too, Raina.
Thank you for remembering my name.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me on this call, man.
Sure, man.